What? And just like that, bringing in on the most hot and juicy moment.
Oh, he's slanging it.
Spinning it up.
Bam! Oh my goodness, Oliver.
Oh my goodness.
Would you take a look at that?
Many, many curls. What a way to start out the show. Welcome everyone. You are live here at the Glass Academy for our signature pumpkin release.
I'll get this, you get that.
You got it.
We're going to be making the signature pumpkin after this one. This is not this year's color. This is just a sweetie to get you started.
It's true, we are releasing something special today. Nice stem, Oliver.
And away it goes.
Purple and green. Straight from the patch. Hope that wasn't too jarring right into the microphone.
It was all right.
It was all right.
We could do something else.
Could have been worse.
So I don't forget.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone.
This is it, folks. This is the gathering point. You saw Oliver bring an amazing stem. My name's Jacob. Michelle's behind the camera. Bess is over here. Tech support. And here's Michelle coming around the corner.
Tonight is the release of our signature pumpkin. We know you've been waiting for it.
Oh, yeah.
And tonight is the night. So we're going to start out with a big jumbo one to get you started. But while the sunlight is beautiful, I'm going to take you over to the table.
This is the release?
Yeah, I think we should.
I guess I don't get to be a part of it. I'll just gather up the big jumbo pumpkin and you guys take it away.
You just make one, Jake.
I guess we'll just make one.
You
guys get the fun
over
part.
By the giant oak is dun 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 the signature 2024 spicy orange sparkle pumpkin.
They look pretty nice.
Yeah, what do you think, Oliver?
I'm liking these ones. These were a good challenge this year to learn how to make them come to life, how we had the vision for.
Do you see that sparkle as I'm moving it around? What gives us that sparkle?
That's you might have heard us. The long name is adventurine, but we've been slanging it and calling it just churine recently. That's the churine gold.
And I'll tell you, with fairy lights around, these babies sparkle. If you get like those blinking fairy lights around your table, and this is going to bring some huge bling to that action. We've got 7 styles. And Jake's going to be working on them right now. So what color is this right here?
Crystal.
I know
Crystal
that girl,
clear.
Crystal.
I heard Oliver say we're the churine slangers, folks, and that's because that's what we are by popular demand. We went for the ultra bling bling for you guys, and
the people crave churine.
They crave it?
When it's here on the Marver, it looks like a bunch of nothing.
It looks like something that like an acorn would have done with a nut. I mean, a squirrel with an acorn.
I can tell you, though, this is an extremely historic color. It's been around for centuries in the Italian glass blowing technique. If you look at some of the vintage styles of glass blowing from Italy, you're going to see this in there. I don't know if it goes back to Roman times, but I know some of the older glass I was looking at had it in it.
And if you guys have been following us for the last 4 years, since 2020, since I've joined the crew here at the Glass Academy, we have documented our signature pumpkins, and 2 of them were purple and 1 of them was ruby. Actually, 1 of them was recycle.
Blue.
Yep, yeah. Recycle blue. And so now we're going back to where we belong in the classic pumpkin patch with a little bit of extra bling bling, and it's going to be a beauty.
A little razzle dazzle right on it.
A little razzle dazzle.
And I'll tell you, I can always tell the new pumpkin people because they like oranges to start.
I mean, it's classic.
Well, that's why we're doing it.
So then when we do it for the show, we're not going to make some little 3-incher just to get you guys all excited. We're going to do a jumbo one. And I will say, of all the last 4 years, this has been the best production that we've done with the highest quality large pumpkins because our team has grown that much in technical ability. And I've got extreme confidence in Oliver to bring a perfect stem. He's been even helping me turn the pipe. Matt's been starting them up, gathering up bubbles, putting color on, passing it along. But for this one, it's just a 2-man team.
We're going to figure it out.
And that's a big old gather. That weighs like 300 pounds
More.
or so.
I'm gonna pass the shtick to Oliver for a hot minute.
Check that out, Oliver. The old one-time around in the bright orange color.
You gotta hit that tip.
Oh, is it wide open?
That tip. Yeah.
It's caught me with my fly down like the Renaissance Festival.
Hey, listen, that happens.
It happened for the first 2 demos of the day one of these days. I actually had my fly down, and who knows what could have happened. And ironically, there was these 2 ladies that always come around and take amazing photographs of us every year, and they were both sitting in the front row with their really expensive camera taking pictures. And after 2 demonstrations,
They let you know?
someone else let me know.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they went back and looked at the pictures and confirmed.
It wasn't like one of those cameras that's like an iPhone or like a nice Android phone. It's one of those like cameras that come on a tripod.
Yes.
And it has the extendo lens that comes into 17 different
if it
parts.
works for you,
Full
will you take a
HD
thumbnail shot at
action.
some point?
Yeah.
Zipper completely down.
Well,
But here we are.
Here we are.
I got color on the whole pumpkin. Going for one more coat because this is a jumbo. And then we've got our churrian laid out all over the place.
I want to read off a couple comments.
Yeah,
if
who's
that's
on the
okay.
show tonight?
Bring the heat.
So over on YT, we've got Chris Nordine.
Who's that
Says,
guy?
What's happening, everybody? I want to see that signature pumpkin ASAP. We've got Tabia says, hi, we are having a family watch party tonight. Love the signature pumpkin.
Heck yeah, and shouts out to Debea helping out at the fair, wrapping things up and being a champion around us at the booth amongst many other amazing Ren Fair connoisseurs, Icarus and others.
Very cool. We've got on the FB side, we've got Jody says, hey, it's been so long.
Mr. Walker.
Jody.
Oh, Jody?
Jody.
What up, Jody? I'm excited about you too.
We've got Carrie. Carrie says, hello, GA friends. Happy Tuesday. We've got Mary. Mary's checking in from Hudsonville, Michigan. Katrina
Mary.
says, hello to
Turn
all.
that down a hair.
We've got a lot of love for the signature pumpkin. We've got so pretty. Those are beautiful. Kathy says, pumpkin season. Be still my heart. Pat says, beautiful. Sean says, looks great. Robin says, hello, my peeps. I love the new pumpkins.
Robin.
Robin's going to be here next week
Long
for a
time no
special
see.
show.
Is she?
Very cool.
Yep.
Oliver, we're not going to fit in that mold.
Jumbo's
you
gone,
can't
even
squeeze it
more
in?
jumbo.
Nope. This is going to be a big boy. If we want to
Alright.
go for the 20-pointer, I think that would be appropriate.
you don't want this beautiful 12-pointer right
Don't
here?
want anything to do with that one. That one's no fun. This one, though, is probably my favorite.
Do you guys catch that?
It's the same
sweet
size
move?
mold.
No.
Speaking
They're
from
the same height.
experience,
Yes, but the ribs aren't as
Oliver
tight.
knew to knock the mold over on its side and make sure there was nothing in it. No fun when you go into the mold only to find out there was dust or dirt in the bottom of it. That is a sign of a good assistant.
That's a fact.
Jake, did you get a haircut?
Yes, and so did Matt.
Carrie says, love the hair, buddy.
Thanks,
So
Carrie.
you got one, Oliver got one. Is this like a trend?
Yeah, the whole Hot Chop's got fresh dews.
Very nice.
And Jake said we are looking shaggy. It's
Yeah.
time to get it together.
Sponsored by the Glass Academy.
That was a great sound right in my ear.
Thank you. I actually took that one kind of tame for everybody.
We got a fun show lined up. We're only going to make one pumpkin on the show today just to kind of get you in the mood, show you what the color pattern was, how they're made, how each one is individual.
If we're only making
And
one,
then
it's going to
we're
be
going
big.
to some fun times. We are going to have a virtual pumpkin show. It's September 24th. Mark your calendars for that. That will be a 2-hour show.
All right.
Make all kinds of fun items on that show. How is this weird
Sorry,
shape
Oliver.
going to become a pumpkin?
Maybe it's a gourd.
Stop.
Just you wait. That is the trick. That is the skill of the glass blower, how to get it round again.
Carol says,
right,
how
Billard.
do I pre-order a pumpkin, Michelle?
At 6:30, we open up the website page. You go on the website and you hit the button. Bess will put the link in, but it
Stop.
says shop The gathering point is in the subject line. On that page, you pre-order. It's got the weights. It will have shipping and everything
Blow
will
hard.
be listed in there.
Sorry, Oliver. I'm sliding the pipe around. 'Cause it's just a big boy, and typically, good?
I'm trying to help you rotate back here a little bit.
I appreciate it. Typically, we got 3 people doing these, but it's a live show, and it's like, what the fudge?
Yeah,
Gotta
you
get crazy.
Woo.
Thank you,
See,
Oliver.
it turned
good?
round. Imagine that. And it is flopping on the pipe.
I want to
That
get it
means
to
it's
settle
super
right
hot.
down.
Now, is this an item that is available to members only?
This is members only. Loyalty League members will have the opportunity to purchase this one.
Well, because, yeah, this will be the first pumpkin sold of the year. The other ones are at pre-orders, and before we knock it off, I'll walk it over there and show you guys the color difference in the final product versus what's on the pipe right now at like 1,500 degrees. But we wanted to make this an opportunity for the members, of course. The gold turned out amazing. You can burn the gold so quick, but darn, it looks good.
Yeah, there's been a lot of trial and experience with these.
Yeah.
We did lots of different colors, experimenting with, I'd say, almost up to 20 different colors to decide in the end that orange was the one that we liked best to bring out as the signature.
And we were actually really thinking, we were planning ahead from last year's Pumpkin Fest. We knew it was going to be probably something orange, and we had set aside during the Pumpkin Festival probably like 8 different pumpkins. Holy moly.
I know. You need a door?
We had set aside like 8 different pumpkins for potential signatures, and this was one of them. We made a few of them last year, and they were just beautiful, and
Bess
Here they
needs
are.
a thumbnail. Will you pause?
yeah, I'm going to hold it up, and then we'll take it over to the orange table.
Got it. YouTube needs a thumbnail.
Check it out.
So down on the left is hot. It looks like it's red compared to the finished piece.
It's a big honker. How we looking, Oliver?
They're gonna do
I'm
one
looking. I'm ready when
flash.
you're ready.
I'm going to get a good soak here, and then we can go for it.
on this
Okay.
girl next.
Meaning you're about to drop?
Yup.
All right, I'm going for one last quickie. I'll meet you there. Go for it. Timing's super important, folks, and we're going to have a pretty big pumpkin show dedicated to this. But for now, we're just showing you that we are in the flow.
Okay,
Make it nice
pumpkin is
pumpkins.
stemless. Those are the worst kind when you go to the pumpkin patch. They do have different pipes. That is one of the questions. Do you have different pipe sizes for the curls? The answer is 100% yes.
Slow.
Look at that sweet pull up. I'm
Yep.
not talking about diapers.
Oliver's got it figured out, folks. All the way. Keep her coming. That's good.
This is the most exciting part of the pumpkins is that stem. They are so fun to do, so crucial, because when you mess up and it is no fun. It ruins the whole pumpkin.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
But that looks like a lovely.
With tenderness. That's become my favorite style of stem this year. The backside curler bender. It just looks the most natural.
All right, there's a couple things using the Sophietta to cool the handle, then the torch to bring out the precious metals of the handle, but not so much that it burns out the aventurine. And then still got to get away in the box. The box is the cooling oven.
First of the year, folks. Member
Season
exclusive.
has begun. Let the games begin. Nice.
Good start to the show right there.
That's the way we start it.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was pristine.
Very
nice stem.
Very nice.
Imagine if that stem was just awful. That'd
Yes,
be so embarrassing.
I did imagine it.
Yeah, I know.
We
right?
always
Whatever,
wonder.
everyone.
And if you guys have been watching our shows for a while, we've done probably that same move, starting off a show with a big boy, and had those stems turn out poorly.
That's
Well, You want to talk about me doing the stems? Chris is left-handed. When he showed me how to do the stems, he showed me left-handed techniques.
Oh, boy.
So it was difficult.
You were trying to figure it out backwards.
Yeah. All right, so I want to say, do you want to grab that board?
This board?
No, this board. We'll talk about what that is. While you guys are thinking about what you're going to get tonight before the website goes live,
6:30.
15 minutes. Here are some words. This is tonight's show. We're going to pick one yellow word, one purple word. How are we going to do that? Bess is going to keep an eye on some numbers.
We're going to be switching into the abstract mode, correct? Like no longer making pumpkins and now making...
We're saving that for the pumpkin show.
Yes, our pumpkin show is not this week. It's not next week. It's the following week. It's the 1st.
24th.
October
the virtual.
1st.
The virtual.
Yep.
It's the
20
24th. Okay, so what we're
24th.
going to do right now is I need you to put in the chat a number between 1 and 20. We're going to count out these words, and that's going to be what we make next in glass. So Bess is going to keep an eye on the chat. She's going to give us a number that one of you chose, and we're going to go pick it.
Couple notes about these pumpkins, if you don't mind me doing so.
No, go for it.
Number 2 here is bar color. We did a beautiful run of pumpkins with bar color, and you can notice the perfect clarity and transparency and smoothness of that purple.
And I will say these purples are one and done. We did these to balance out the orange because we had 7 styles, and we just added a couple more in this all.
It's about the same size as the last one we just made, and that's that exact stem we just did there and that I'm talking about has become my favorite style because of just look at the beautiful symmetry of it. It's a perfect loop and then flows directly into this. The other style, the opposite style that we at the Glass Academy do is more like this. It's the back curler, so it comes down, and if you look at it from this side, it's a figure 8. And we've been training up Matt and Oliver and everybody else on this particular style. And of course, when they're handmade, they've all got their own little bit of mojo upon them. But Matt did come up to me today, and he had the morning shift. I came in around 11, and he said, dude, it just clicked for me today. I figured out the figure 8.
After how many pumpkins?
About
that's
a million.
how long it takes.
And that's the difference of like one little angle in there that only we really notice because we're very particular about it. But you may be able to see,
The
you
other
may be
thing
able to
that I
notice.
say, like coming down, I know there's imports now that are making pumpkins. They will never make an import that has the stem come down because in shipping they will get broken.
So,
All right, Bess, give us a number.
15 is our winner right now. We've got a lot of number
All right.
15.
all right.
So if I do
Show us what we're doing.
7 again is 14. Our first one is 15. So we're making a chair.
You guys got the math on that, everybody?
Give me
Chair.
another number,
Chair.
Bess.
Number 9.
7, 8, 9.
A bold chair.
A bold chair.
bold
Just
chair.
think on it.
Just like this stool right here.
That's
No,
kind of
Jake.
what I was thinking. That is pretty bold.
So are you going to do bits all over it?
I think it'd be pretty cool. I know what to do. I think I got it.
Let your brain rack for 1 second. I'm going to answer a couple questions in chat here that are coming our
Thank
way.
you, Oliver. I know there's been a lot of comments coming
All right.
in that I've wanted to read.
We got a comment from Marianne here asking about class in November, December. I believe, if I'm reading this right, specifically for Aero. I believe there should be some Aero classes coming up in November, December. I know they're certainly beforehand. And if not, shoot us an email. We'd love to work with you, make something happen. And there's always an event for your group, so you can come with your 6 closest family or friends and all take whatever class you want. And you get to come in here and you tell us what class you want to take, and we make it happen. So there's always that option as well. I saw a nice message from Greg asking us how we're doing today. We're doing fantastic.
Wait 1 second. Say hi, Donna. Donna's the one that coordinates
Donna.
some of your classes, and she's out here, so got to pop in and say hello.
Donna and I were going crazy today organizing classes, but everything's figured out and moving splendidly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oliver organizes classes too. It's a group effort.
Listen, I couldn't do without Donna. Donna is a superstar. I'm real quick checking for any more comments in there. I think that about covers it for right now.
I do want to read, I had to make sure I was unmuted. I want to read Angel's message in the chat. He said, hello, beautiful, and something about glass blowing. I'm not great at the Spanish parts of that. From Argentina, you guys are always my appointment on Tuesdays. I do have that part down.
Yeah.
And then he said, beautiful pumpkin, Jake and Oliver.
And we will get back to the glass blowing, but this is part of the glass blowing. Not every moment is hot, goopy stuff.
I figured it out. It says, hello, beautiful people and blowers of glass.
Yeah.
Who said that?
On Hell from Argentina.
Yes.
I had to translate it, so I was buffering.
Oh, I see.
We
what you're
love
gonna
that we
do.
have to translate. That's so cool.
I absolutely
international.
love it.
Yeah. This is going to be the bold chair, folks, and it's going to be funky, and it's going to be cool, and we're going to see how it goes.
Is it going to be full-size chair size, or is this
Nay.
going to be a chair for ants?
Nope, it's going to be a chair for plants.
A chair for
Ooh.
plants.
Ooh, I
That's
like
right.
that.
I like
Okay.
that a lot.
In theme of Chris making so many incredible leaves and me watching them happen, I'd like to give them a crack myself.
Okay.
You guys can see Michelle's got the giveaway for this week in camera.
If it would focus, that'd be lovely.
And I'd like to try and make these really big ones up here. I
What?
think
Who's
3
this
is going to
guy?
be the number, or maybe 4. We'll see. There could be
Oh,
one
I
up
see.
here.
So is this like the spot that's going
That'll
to
be
hold the
flatter.
plant, and this is going to be the foot?
Yeah,
Or
no,
reverse.
this will be the floor, a little bit smaller, so they're a nice platform. And these are going to be 3 tall, bold stalks. I was thinking of making them square. I don't know why, but that just screams bold to me if they're squared up edges.
I like it.
And then we'll do 3 larger leaves here, so it's like a leafed platform that you could put a small succulent on or anything like that.
So square, are you
Okay.
going to use the taglia to square it up? What are you thinking?
Yeah, we'll square it up,
where is
tag it
that-
up.
That paddle.
I don't know where the paddle is, but you'll be holding on to the core piece, which will be like a long folio like this, and I'll square them up and pull them out long, and then just let them fall and droop down onto this core piece that's right in there.
Okay.
Hey, look, there's my sweaty knee.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Weird.
All right, so now all we got to do is just make it happen.
Yeah.
While you guys are watching them make it happen, we did just use up a noun and an adjective from our board. So I need you guys to put in the comments
Bring
a
it.
noun and an adjective, and I will pick 2 of my favorites, maybe some fun ones, and write them down and replace them on our board. So noun and an adjective, please.
Hey, and you know what? I like this idea, Bess. We could keep that board for future shows and just rotate them out.
I like it.
Because there's always that one word that no one wants to do.
Yep.
And then, would you pull over the gold and the green that you were using over there for stems on your way back?
Yes, I can.
Okay, since we are going to start a line of learning videos, we want to get the Gathering Point show back to teaching you things, but also having some experimental things mixed in, some challenges mixed in, and we want to do the glass challenges. Because that pushes our brain. That's how we come up with new ideas and new products.
Oliver, I might take a paddle from you here. Either on this heat or the next one, but I think this one will be good. Let's do it. Gentle. Cool.
How many
That's good.
glass blowers are on the show? I saw on the Glass Addicts page, Dave, you're doing some pumpkins.
Yeah, Dave.
Very nice, very nice.
Get in the pumpkin zone, Dave.
Pump zone.
The training videos we're doing are going to be super cool because Sam's working with us on them, and she's going to freeze frame so we can talk about very specific things as a glass blower you'll want to do. These will all be on YouTube, whether you're a glass blower or
Make me
not.
a
You'll be
punny
able
on
to
a
watch them.
counterweight that's like 3/4 the diameter of that.
Okay.
So it could be a nice amount of glass, but just squish it down real good on the marber. So it's just bigger than, it's like about that size right there.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking, and this is again experimental, which Michelle just mentioned, that's a beautiful Volio turkey leg shape right there, but I want to flip it around and squish the other side flat so they're equal.
Is this going to be like the punny that we stick with for most of the piece?
Yes.
Okay.
But it can't have too much, I mean, it can be tapered more of at a point so it's a little bit thicker,
Sure.
but want to be able to lay those things down without worrying about it sticking onto the side of the pipe.
Do you think you're making these avolios because you see turkey legs at the Renaissance Festival?
Just on his mind.
Probably. But yeah, I hope everybody's been doing amazing out there. It's been really rowdy here at the Glass Academy. I'm not sure what they mentioned about last week, but it was just so rowdy with the Labor Day extra weekend that I had to get home and cut my lawn and do everything, but it feels good.
Hair.
Huh?
Cut your hair.
Cut my hair.
Feel like you're back
Trim
together.
it all up. Get my life in order. But it feels really good. This is a much better feeling, even being a little bit overwhelmed versus when the summertime comes around. And I was just chatting with Michelle how we've been really trying hard this year. We've mentioned it on the show too. We've done so much more pumpkin preparation and preparation of all products throughout the summer, training these guys. They're not doing an amazing job as amazing glass blowers and taking over some of those products in the production system.
But it's a
Looks
little
pretty
tricky as entrepreneurs and business owners. You know, you could start making pumpkins in March, but what if the color's wrong?
Yeah.
What if the idea is wrong?
We know what sells, but it's like when you're looking at and you're paying for all those products to be made in the time of year where, you know, it's not the harvest season. It's a pretty interesting feeling. You're looking at it and you're like, oh, that's a lot of pumpkins.
And that's why we do the pre-sales too. We want to get you guys these pumpkins in October, and we want to get you the ones that you want. So if we do a pre-sale, we know what the numbers we need to make are.
That's part of the business model. That's what makes us able to do what we do. We're trying to get it as organized as possible, and it's a beautiful opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Going
Having
back
this
to
live
Michelle's
show.
question real quick, she asked if we had anybody who does glass on the show, watching the show.
Anywho?
Glass makers, blowers.
Yeah.
Norman says, me, I blow some glass.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
we've
Norman.
got JT watching on YT, says glass fuser here.
Nice.
So some
Glass
glass-related
fuser.
people. Just wanted to revisit your question.
Yeah, and you know what? There was some Pakistani person who was a glass blower who was watching us one week. So I don't know, you know, you might not be watching it live. You can put a
Say
line in the
Pakistani?
replay. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's very different than overseas production studios. It's got to be fascinating to watch a show like ours because we're fascinated when we watch them blow glass.
Super cool. So many different styles out there and ways of getting the job done. It's pretty baller.
I could be mistaken on the country of origin, but I think I just saw that there was a glass blowing animated film
Oh my gosh,
coming
it's
out
hilarious.
Yeah.
from Pakistan.
Oh, I was thinking of the bunny one. Have you ever seen the bunny
There
one?
could be one coming out.
It's like a new one coming out
Okay.
like next year or something like that, I believe I saw. But I'm not familiar with the bunny
Wait.
one.
The bunny one is, there are two bunnies, and one bunny
Start light.
says, I'm retired, all I want to do is blow glass and make pumpkins. And it's AI generated and it's hilarious.
Oh, how
That's
funny.
good.
Because glass blowing is fun, it's a challenge, it's exciting, but it will suck you dry if you don't sell the work because it's an expensive hobby.
I want to read Pammy's comment here real quick.
Can I briefly say something, and then we'll shut off our mics and talk about the tech that we're about to do? I just want to point out that that's a really beautiful shape, and that it could be a product of its own in some way. I mean, that could be a bold chair right there that sits and is a pedestal for something.
Okay, show's over. Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Our bold chair is made.
And that's that.
There it goes.
That's that.
So now we'll talk tech, and you talk that.
Perfect. I was just going to read Pammy's comment. Pammy says, good morning, GA family. Quick hello on my way to college. Hello, Pammy. Sharon popped in a little bit on Sunday. It's always good to see you, Sharon. Let's see here. Carol says, my niece and nephew visited the Royal Glassblowers at the Ren Fair. Very cool.
Yay!
Next time you should come, Carol. We did have a lot of different nouns and adjectives added to our chat. I did pick one of each and add them to our board.
Nice.
So that has been refilled, so you guys will see that in a second. We also, let's see here. We've got a lot of talk back and forth. It looks like Donna is only allowed to buy 1 pumpkin per her sister, but she didn't specify the size.
Wait,
so
and the website should be live.
The website is live to transition into that, so I'm going to go grab that link right now. But our website for purchasing those items, whether it's a pre-order or those one and done purple pumpkins, is now live. So
Cool.
back to the glass blowing.
Thank you. And how are you feeling about this bold chair, Oliver?
Jake really hit me with a sidewinder here, and I'm feeling.
You're feeling?
We got some bits that are going to be around here. These are going to be like the square bits that you see in the middle of this piece. And I'm going to be in the bench while Jake shapes those up and delivers those bits.
This
You
is
guys
going to be
might
crazy.
remember we did experimental chairs on a show one time. I vaguely remember Jake's, but I remember mine was the cloud chair because square shapes are really difficult. So I made mine poofy like a beanbag, but a bold chair using square shapes. Glass doesn't like to be square. Of course, neither do boring people.
And it's going to have a little bit of pumpkin theme from what we've been doing here. I'm going to give it the twist, the cut, and then the square itch, then the pull, and then the lay down.
When I stand on this thing,
It's nice.
I feel like I'm at Corning or something. The overhead cooking camera.
Fit that right in there, just where it belongs. Pull that back. A little bit of green in the cracks. So I'll go for the twist here, pull it right to length. Which I'm hoping this is enough glass. Probably could have done it a little bit thicker. I'm not just swinging it back and forth for fun there, folks.
No lie.
It looks fun.
Go, go, go. You'll notice he's moving very quickly.
That's
This
how we're
is
going
the
to do it.
Squaring it up.
This the one, Jake?
I'm going to give it one quick heat.
Okay, I'm giving myself one quick heat.
I'm going to need to use the
shears.
tweezers. Or I'll use the shears, yeah. Let's do it.
It's funny to watch this because I'm not sure what he's doing, so I'm not sure where to go for filming.
And I'm going to keep this side up.
Yes.
Okay.
Color pattern's going to be stunning.
The texture looks wild.
That was the right temperature. It didn't take too much there, so it's cool. All right, just 2 more of those. Color pattern does look cool.
So again, this is one of those things. It's like, oh man, I got to babysit this thing. Got to
That's-
make it the right heat.
Yeah, so that's like a mentality of babysitting, and I absolutely understand that. That is not how I personally think about babysitting.
Babysitting was stressful. Like if you had a baby and something went wrong, that was pretty
Yeah,
stressful.
I think of this as like this is.
Oliver,
I think the only thing that's more difficult here is like, or more high pressure is doing the.
well, you still got some heat in it. Torch the bottom of that, and you can go ahead and give it the attempt of pulling it out and giving it a little bit of a curl. We don't want it too delicate because the furthest thing off the back that it's going to pop off. But if you could maybe pull with the tweezers and snip it to an angle and then just tuck it so it's kind of curled up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
there's
saying?
no
You want a
stress
full
either.
rotation on there, or you just want
No.
something gentle and
Just
beautiful?
tenderly beautiful and not that delicate temperature-wise.
Okay.
So that's teamwork too, in terms of Jake knows what Oliver's able to handle and can do to his liking.
And give it a heat so before you do anything with it. Build up some core heat on it.
And into the green. It will just go in between the ribs. That's what gives it the stripe.
And maybe don't even snip it. Just fold it up there with the tag and give it a little curl, because I'm going to connect the leaf underneath that curl. So it's kind of got the elf leaf toe situation.
Elf leaf
Okay.
toe.
It's a classic look.
Perfect.
What'd you guys think of the name? Tonight's question is based on the name.
Elf leaf
of
toe.
No, of the signature pumpkin.
Who came up with the name? Was it a joint effort? Was it one person? They dreamt it and now it just is?
Sometimes it's a bit of everything. Jake
do you
didn't
think
have
about a little
anything
thing like that?
particular.
That looks great.
I like the Jake-isms.
One heat, we'll go for it.
I wanted something that really related to the color. I did some AI. I wasn't.
You
nothing
taking one
was
quick
clicking
heat?
for me, and then Jessica put it together.
Nice.
Yeah. So shout out to you, Jessica, if you're
teamwork.
watching.
Teamwork. We like
Yeah.
it.
I mean, it's
is the
descriptive.
triple?
It matches what we do,
Going 3 of these?
Yes.
and
Okay,
it
so we're
feels
gonna lay it down
flavorful
just
for the
like
season.
that.
Absolutely.
Just go straight up and down with it.
Okay. Is that about the same length? Should I cut a little off?
That's pretty good.
Okay.
If need be, I can trim it up myself too at the bottom. Pretty cool.
Reminds me of one of those like outdoor camping stools that you unfold, and it's got 3 legs.
It's got a little bit of like, it reminds me of like the raw iron,
Yeah.
like side tables that always be
You're
next
right.
to like a wicker chair. Maybe my grandparents have one of those, and that's why I'm thinking of it.
Whatever plant props up on this thing gets perched on here is one royal plant. You got enough heat on the body of that? Doing good? The punny and everything?
Well, since we're talking about that, I would like a curly Hoya on it.
Yeah.
Draping down
something
the
that,
sides would be
oh,
pretty.
baby.
I
That-
thought about something draping down too.
That punny's catching radiant heat while I'm heating the tip.
Okay, good.
Let me out.
I love the old triple mold squisher blaster.
Triple mold
Tell 'em how you
squisher
feel.
blaster.
That's exactly how I feel.
Chris is not on the show tonight. He's got a job he's finishing up. He's having an opening in his gallery coming up. He's got 2
All right.
featured painters and his own work, but he's finishing some glass for a project. So Jake got the show off last week. Chris is taking it off this week. Next week, we have a special guest.
Yes, we do. Next week's going to be a fun show. And the unveiling of a brand new color pattern, which you won't see until next week on Drinkware, but we will give you the name.
Because you've named it.
Oh, yeah. It's called the Quick Como.
TM.
TM. It's trademarked already, and that's QWIK for those of you that were curious how it was spelled. The Quick Como. And any glass blower out there might, you know, get a little hint as to what we're talking about here. Man, I was having a visual brain situation there.
What do you mean?
I like
Breaking up into thirds?
no, like it was so much further away than I was thinking. I kept going down and down and like slammed on there.
You're wearing your glasses, right?
Yeah, I am.
If you're new to the show, we are located in Dearborn, Michigan. We do this show every week, every Tuesday evening, Eastern Time, here at our studio. We are a privately run studio, and we're making
Take it from you on the
gold
bench.
chair. What that looks like is soon to be discovered.
Thanks, Oliver. Hey, would you look at that? Nice heat, nice curls. Beautiful curls.
Yeah, it's kind of up for interpretation. It's a chair, but it didn't have to house people. could be a chair for a doll, a plant, a munchkin, a gnome,
What is a
a
munchkin?
tree fairy.
A munchkin's like a hungry gnome.
Isn't it a donut? Munchkin donut?
Munchkin donut?
Doesn't
Could
like
be.
Dunkin' Donuts have like munchkin?
Tech support, might you know what a munchkin is?
Bess, we need a legal definition of a munchkin ASAP.
The edible kind, or like from the Wizard of Oz?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. What do you mean
that's What
edible?
we're saying, Wizard of Oz.
Ah,
So munchkins
I get that
are,
tag?
I believe what Dunkin' Donuts calls their version of Timbits. So they're like donut holes.
Timbits?
It's like another donut company's version of Timbits. They call them munchkins.
no
So
way.
it's like
Yes.
a donut hole.
I don't believe it.
Haven't you seen the commercials? Come on now.
That one.
Also, they're
little bit
the
longer.
people from the Wizard of Oz.
That's what I feel like they are.
Well, they're both.
Well,
So not Willy Wonka, but Wizard of Oz.
that
Yes.
looks about straight down
Oompa
there.
Loompas was Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
I think we're going to skip the leaves on the bottom because that looks so perfect and well curled, Oliver.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No way.
And then, what do we do up top here? We got to put leaves
Is
on
there
it because we
more
talked
stuff
about it.
happening or no?
Yes, we're going to curl these and put 3 leaves on there.
So this
Could,
bench seems to have a mind of its own today.
Wobbler.
Trying to find that perfect area in the
You're
shop.
covered in drywall.
Oh,
I don't know
Miss
if those
Etta's been a
tops
scape cat all day today.
should come down.
She's also been drinking out of the Merc water buckets.
Could be some vitamins in there. She's sassy today.
She is.
She like doesn't want to be held. What's going on, Etta?
I've got drywall cat prints on my pants now.
Yeah.
They're working on the drywall in the bathroom. You can see they're working on drywall over there. That's going to be our new beverage counter. It's coming together. The guys are just debating
They're not coming in
next
fast.
steps. So as soon as they get some
First thing we
decisions
can is
made,
get
hey
them
Bess,
even
how
at
about we
least.
tell them about what is the contest tonight?
Yeah, so our question tonight is, what does sparkly orange...
Yeah, I like that idea.
Spicy... Hold on, let me restart. What does spicy orange sparkle mean to you? So you're going to send your answer to the question here at enews@glassacademy.com. And you're going to get entered to win whatever we make the giveaway piece tonight.
No, I think that's
Someone
good. We're just going to
seems
get the
be
leaves
in
on
the
there
plants
first now.
Behind me.
Let's go for 3 big, nice leaves. Right there, and right there, and
This
right
one
there.
I wanted
yeah.
to point out. This one is what we call a squasher.
I love a good squasher.
And see how it sits crooked? It's
cute.
super cool
Yeah.
because the stem comes down. Look at the joining part here is lovely. But it sits at an angle. So when you have like the round pumpkins, this one really accentuates, it's at a diagonal. It accentuates that beautiful stem and sits kind of sideways so all the pumpkins aren't sitting upright. So very fun.
All right, we got it figured out. We got the tops lined up. We just cut off 2 little pieces, but this could be a plant holder or it could be what one would call a compote. And that I also would consider a bold chair is a compote. And the way my aunt in Canada, Aunt Anne-Marie, uses her compotes that we've made for her, which are basically this by definition, just a foot and a flat top or maybe a small dish on the top of it. She always has decadent, super fancy chocolates and candies available for the people of the home. And that would be called a bold chair, in my opinion, holding such delicious chocolates. But this can be used for either one. I think the way these leaves are going to go on, the way we're envisioning it, is that it could probably hold some candies and whatnot, but it also would hold a plant pretty nicely.
This is meant to hold life
Yeah.
of the plant variety.
Is this the one then? Is it kind of
Yeah.
like a cylinder or is it pointy?
It's kind of a little bit pointed.
And still a little bit cylinder-like? Let's take
You
a look
know,
at it.
it looks kind
That
of
looks good.
exactly like that.
That looks perfect. Let's do it. Oh, remind me what happened in the sauna this morning to talk about that. Okay, here we go.
Stay focused. It kind of looks like the Mardi Gras, the French fleur de lis. Is that
Get
what it's
in
called?
there.
Oh, baby.
Jake.
That looks pretty freaking elegant.
Did we just do that?
Let's just do 2 more of them and finish
Okay.
this baby right off. Check that out, Bess. All right, the way the leaf is curling and the way it looks the most elegant, I think it's going to be less compote-y and more plant holdery. Oh,
Remember-
it just squished in there good.
Do you remember how much fun we were having this weekend getting the crowds at Ren Fair to, like, say magma?
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling about this right now.
Can we get the crowd to say magma?
Magma.
Magma.
If you guys are... Huh?
No, we were talking about, like,
That's how we describe the heat of the glass.
yeah, it's hot magma.
It's like
Can you all
magma.
say magma?
And if you
Jake's-
guys haven't experienced saying magma at home, I dare you to
Gotta
try
say
it.
it.
Feels good.
Jake sneezed on stage on Saturday, and I got 75 people to yell "bless you" at him.
Number 2. That's a fun one to say, too, if you guys are watching the show.
Number 2. You gotta say it just like us.
If you're
Number
potty
2.
trading, is that how you say it?
Yeah. Got to open the tool wider to get in there.
Suggesting that the tool is not the...
Not made for this large of a leaf.
Yes, there would be large leaf tools.
Like leaf tool number 2. This thing is freaking baller.
Bess, did we get new words for the board?
We did. I added them, and they're a surprise for the next time we show the board.
Oh, you're not gonna tell me right now. I have to wait until
not.
we're
I need
done.
you to focus on the bold chair first, and then we'll get there.
I like where you're going with this, Mom. It's always, I mean, it's hit or miss with me. I guess I get frustrated if it doesn't turn out really nice, but when it does turn out really cool, and it's a one-of-a-kind, never been done before product, it's pretty riveting. If you guys haven't seen our Gathering Point vault on the website, the Gathering Point One and Dones, all the previous show products that haven't sold, I highly encourage you to check that out because there is a lot of crazy pieces in there. Although a lot of them have sold. I remember we had a Punchki on there at one time. No.
Super squish.
Mary says, I just ordered my signature pumpkin, a large one. I'm so excited. I feel like a kid waiting for Christmas.
Mary, I'm telling you, the larges, just like you saw at the beginning of the show, are coming out so good and clean and consistent and intentional. I think you are going to love it.
I'll tell you, it makes all the difference in the world, too, when we have the music rolling, everyone's in tune. There are days when things fall on the floor and nothing's happening right, but it's those days when everything's going right. Those pumpkins just sing.
Yeah, they do. It's so good.
It's pretty tight, dude.
Pretty cool.
I like that a lot.
Me too.
One thing I want to mention to you guys as you are pre-ordering our beautiful signature pumpkins this year, we're looking to figure out which charity proceeds should go to. So last year, if you guys remember, it was more of a water Great Lakes themed pumpkin, and so we found a conservancy charity that went towards rivers and lakes and water features. This year we're looking for a charity for this year's pumpkin. So if you guys have any suggestions that those proceeds can go to, go ahead and put that in the chat.
Yeah, and we've really enjoyed getting different charities from you guys and getting your suggestions into what you're interested in. Go for it. Per our charity shows, we didn't do a charity show this month knowing that this pumpkin show was coming up. What was that? Something down there?
It was something in the tray.
Okay.
But it popped.
It did pop.
Okay, let's get this put
Was
away. I
it,
just got very nervous now.
Let's put a
Part of
GA
your
stamp on it.
pie? Part of your pie?
Yeah, it was probably part of one of those pieces I cut off on there. But, yeah, we are looking, like Bess just said, for an amazing charity for the pumpkin show. And I'd say of all our signature products, we probably sell the most in pumpkins. So it's going to be a pretty sizable donation back. Last year it was a pretty good donation if you guys remember it. But let us know.
And to be clear, we take this off of our portion.
Off of what?
Like our portion. The signatures always cost a little more because they're signatures and they're limited edition. But this is our way of donating and giving back.
Mary says,
Holy.
oh boy.
Oh,
Wow, what a
I missed it.
champion.
Thank you. Mary says, was Etta a rescue kitten? Yes, I believe Michelle got her from a friend working with a shelter. Is that correct?
Say it again, the first
Was
part.
Etta a rescue kitten?
Yes. Yep. The police found her roaming in Dearborn. She was the only one. Her name at the time was Shining Armor. We've really renamed her Sophietta, now Etta.
And now she's a little feisty ball of lightning.
She is feisty. So she came from the main shelter here in Dearborn, Michigan. We have a volunteer, Amy, that works for us, and her nieces
One
work
more,
at the
Amy.
shelter. They knew we were looking for an orange female. As soon as one came in, they called us up, and we went and got her.
Carrie
giving it-
says, oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say we had a pumpkin question. Carrie says, are you planning any lantern signature pumpkins this year? I've always wanted one to put sparkle lights in, and this looks like the perfect year to do it.
Funny you should ask that. We are going to
Signature pumpkin show.
Yep, we are going to have a whole display this year
Let's
of
do it.
lanterns. The signature will be in that mix.
We're giving it the iridization right now.
We were going to put some lights on the show, but it's still too much daylight.
Ooh, Nelly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a bold chair.
Oh,
Hey there. Let me get in there.
let me get one more blaster. Yeah, that's a bold chair in leafian, pumpkin-y harvest fashion, folks. This one's going to be for sale, as is that first pumpkin. Let's get it in the box.
It's
and let's
7
get
o'clock.
it there.
The show will go until 7:30, so I think we have time for one more
Okay,
before the giveaway.
I hear you. It's going to be a tender one. Beautiful punny, Oliver.
Beautiful.
Real simple.
You got her?
I really want to make sure this is nice and smooth on the bottom because it's clear glass all the way through, and so that optics of whatever may be, funky down there would shine through the whole piece. So now that that's perfectly smooth, let's take it away. Oh, what a
Ta-da!
grab. Look at this guy. That was the Renaissance grab right there.
Robin
Beth.
says that's a gnome chair.
It is a gnome chair.
That could be a gnome chair for sure. That was a really beautiful piece and pretty cool, pretty exciting. Got Oliver stumbling over there. He's so excited.
I was mesmerized by it. It was sitting so beautiful in the box.
Nice leaves. Great baby sitting on that thing.
That was fun.
Okay,
It's a nice
Oliver, a number between 1 and 20.
Number between 1 and 20. I'm going to say 18.
18. Jake,
Between 1 and 20?
You know what? Let's let Bess choose.
I was going to pick my hockey number, but she might
What's your
pick
hockey
it.
number?
No, you pick it.
No,
Guess it.
what's your hockey
What do you
number?
think?
What's your
What do I
bowling
look
number,
like I played
Bess?
with?
You look like a 7.
Ooh. That was one of my really good buddies' numbers, but
Okay.
not mine.
What are-
I was a 15.
Okay, Oliver,
right.
will you grant us? What did
I
you
got
say?
halfway there.
18?
You got a good between 1
So
and
what,
20. It
it's-
helps.
18. What did you guys say?
It's
7?
7.
No.
7,
14.
15.
Listen, don't you start now.
Okay.
I said
Jake
18,
said
so it's
18.
7, it's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We got that one. I'm going to let Jake find this out as he comes over here. And then what'd you say over here, 15?
15.
15.
Okay, so 7, 14, back to 15.
Ooh. A
There we
sleek
go.
shoe.
We got it.
The double S'er.
SS.
All right, Jake.
Water.
Just close your eyes for a second.
Closing them as I'm drinking
When
this
he
water.
saw the word shoe, he's like, "Did you pick these words, Mom?" I'm like, "Well, as a matter of fact, I did."
Picture yourself just right before the hockey game, and you're taking off your sleek shoes.
Oh, yeah?
I was thinking an elfin like slipper.
Before the hockey game that we're a part of? Or before the Red Wings game?
Before the hockey game you're a part of, you're back in high school playing hockey. And you got those brand new shoes that you just got last week. And you showed them off, and one guy on the team captain gave you a compliment on them, and you're like, sweet, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go check somebody.
Play like a champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the game that I went and got my collarbone broke trying to check somebody.
That's,
That
listen,
is the worst.
Same game,
ever.
brand
but
new,
this is the good part of the game.
brand new sleek shoes will do that to you.
Too much confidence. The guy was twice my size.
Oh, it was awful. And had been playing hockey since he was 3.
Okay, well, I know what shoes they are. They're my Nike Janowskis, and they were cork.
What was the adjective?
Sleek shoe. So we'll have to put some gold on it to make them cork, because I
Sleek
don't know if
shoe.
corks.
Okay.
Of corks, is that what you just said?
It
So
is
that
of
means
cork.
I also need a new adjective and noun to fill the board back up. Even if they don't get used tonight, they'll still be used in a later show.
I like that. I like that.
You're not talking to us.
I'm
You're
not
talking
talking
No,
to
they're
the people.
talking to the people.
No, you look like you were struggling to process that.
I
Jake
was.
was like, I have to think of a sleek shoe and 2 words.
No. I'm talking to my people.
All right. Let's do it.
Oh, I will say one thing too about the images. If you're not sure the size, we put a little tape measure in the image so you could understand. Sizes are always approximate, you guys. These are handmade. They have the Glass Academy stamp on the bottom. Can you see that sparkle? Whoa, baby.
Yeah.
They all have gold for the loopy-loop stem. So that is the 4-inch round. We've got the gourd. This is the squatty. We've got the 3-inch round. We've got the squasher. Actually, we have 2 squashers in the image here. This was the guy that was on the website. And then the pumpkinette. Those are great gifts, too. Okay. Spicy Orange Sparkle is the name of the game. And we are back. These guys have it all figured out. There's the shoe.
Yes.
How do you like that shadow? See the gimbal?
Look at that shoe. You could. That's almost like a horseshoe.
Do you see the gimbal inside the horseshoe?
Just
Oh,
chew
the
on that
gimbal shoe. Is it okay if it's not a shoe? Can it be a piece of drinkware? Inspired by everything that we just talked about?
There you go. Works for me.
This is going to be one of the coolest pieces you guys have ever seen.
Listen, don't tell them that after what we just made.
Yeah, you're right.
And you're aware of the time.
Yep, this is going to be beautiful. Yes. So the inspiration behind this piece is, as you just heard, my old Janowskis, and they were cork, and they were a beautiful, I do love tan colors, and so when I was thinking sleek shoe, tan goes with most things. I just got a blazer for a wedding, and it was tan, and it's amazing. And this particular cork color was kind of like a spotty, it had like lines and like cracks through the cork. So it wasn't just a smooth brown, it was more like a whiskey and a
Marbled.
Sahara combo.
Multicolored tan.
And the basket weave pattern that we've been doing is kind of like that. And so if we go for, this is also a piece that we sold like 8 of at the Renaissance Festival this weekend. We couldn't keep them on the shelves. 2 custom orders. If we go for the Janowski cork basket weave, plus the new snipped pillow-like platform, and then a deep, solid foot that we know how to do very well with golden accents so that it is sleek.
Be super sleek.
And that's going to be the plan.
Okay.
And as we were talking about this, I want to let y'all know we're hiring a salesperson. We have a new opening in the glass studio. If you know someone who's into sales and can upsell a piece like that, send them our way. I was surprised he bought one, but he did. Good for all the weddings.
Beautiful.
Tomorrow is going to be a day of production. They've got bosom chillers on the list. We're going to have some really nice weather here in Michigan. And the bosom chillers are our top product selling out of the booth in addition to glassware.
Minus the contractors being in here, as you guys may know, Wednesdays are our power production day. That's where we get 2 benches going. We've now got our medium hole over there fixed. Chris did an amazing job hooking it up and adjusting the temperature and the output of the blower, which we did go into some pretty good detail about with our members after a Neela Reveal bonus content last week. But it's going to be a powerful day. These are the 2 colors. That color on the right, I don't use often because it's so subtle and people don't quite often know it's there. It doesn't quite look intentional to some people who might not have got it done as a custom order. But it's the whiskey, and it's completely transparent, super subtle. We have a snail on the website that is that color.
It's just like, I don't know, I love whiskey.
It's not
So
even
nice.
whiskey
All the glass
color.
blowers love
It's
whiskey.
not really even whiskey
it's like
color.
half the density of whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a little wispy.
It's almost more like
Whiskey?
tequila.
Or like rose champagne or rose wine.
Yes.
Focus, Jake.
All right, I'm focusing.
Don't even get started down that road right now.
So, yep.
It's just a very light color, and I think like the more subtle ones tend to be the artist's favorite.
Depends on which artist.
I was going to say, are you serious? Matt just won a contest. He won like 8 bars of color or something like that.
Yeah.
He entered a glass blowing contest. Bless you.
Chris is a fan of the bold colors, and Chris is picking his colors. He's going for like the jewel tones, like a Sharon Watch style.
Mm-hmm.
Bright, transparent, golden accents, but I'm with you there on the subtle specials.
Ooh, we got new words coming in. We're going to keep this word board hanging out by the gathering point table.
This is the first time I've done a basket weave with 2 colors layered on top of each other. So this might be a historical piece, and I'll remind you guys that even more historical will be the Quick Como coming up next week. Were there any legendary glassblowers out there that might know what word the word Como comes from?
Are you saying that anyone who knows what the word Como comes from is a legendary glassblower?
That's kind of what I was saying, I guess, yeah.
We blocked Chris in.
Uh-oh.
Can he get
He's stuck
by?
in there. Nom, 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 nom.
Tell him, Jake.
I told him. Yes.
Well, yes, you did.
It's true. The subtle ones.
Can't think right now. Twisting cup.
Tiny tweezers blow hard. Stop.
This is our new style of cup.
Blow.
And we have 2 color samples of this.
Stop.
We did these during a training workshop. And these are also on the Gathering
Stop.
Point page collection.
Oh,
We think it's such an interesting color
baby.
pattern. We are offering them on there. And they match the YouTube short that Sam made.
All right.
All right.
All right, what?
Did I miss
Okay.
when you put the Sahara on?
Yeah, let's do
Did
a
you-
Sahara pillowed platform, and then
Okay.
we'll do a golden foot and a golden lipper.
You got it.
Does
Okay.
that sound pretty sleek? That is sweet. It's perfectly
liking that.
symmetrical.
Sun's going down, shining right on it.
Nice spiral on the bottom. We're letting it stiffen up so that Oliver can bring over this platform. I really like having a platform on the bottom of these specific style of glass, whatever the style of platform might be, because especially when you got texture like this, if I'm going to pull down this beautiful, long, flowing, solid foot that feels great in your hand and sits on the table really nice and sturdy, you don't want to have this connection pulling off the bottom of the glass that's only connected or disconnecting in 12 parts of this 12-point mold. So doing a little platy here and giving it a flat, nice spot for this thing to land on is kind of essential in my mind.
I would say the other thing that's kind of cool about the way our studio operates is that because we allow ourselves these experimental times, that's how the work can stay fresh. When you're working a production studio and you have gallery orders, you're just making the orders and you have little
Go
time
for one more schmack and I'll go for one heat.
making new patterns or colors or products. That experimental time goes away. So we've set up our business that we can do a Renaissance fair. We do demonstrations
live shows.
in the studios. Yeah, these live shows. We have the membership, and the membership helps support us taking the time to do these new products.
I couldn't agree more with what Michelle's saying here, and just the reinvigoration of every year when we get into the real zone of an individual product, and you've got 1 or 2 times where you're just thinking, and then bam, something comes out that's just really gorgeous, and it just changes up the style, something new, something fresh. We're not going to stay the same forever.
That's why with our work too, we do limited editions of items so that we can make new items. You see something you like, now is the time to get it because it's not guaranteed we'll have it again.
Anybody count how many cuts that was?
42.
That was 17 cuts.
Incorrect.
And if you like what you're watching tonight, it does not cost a thing to subscribe
That's a fact.
to our YouTube channel.
She rang the bell.
I did. We had 81 new followers in this last month, so I want to thank everyone who did subscribe.
It'd be funny to have a bell. Like, what happens when the bell gets rung? Do we have to do a 360
It's
with
like
the pipe or
stock
something?
bell or something. And we should all cheer, like at the bar. Whoa!
Yeah. Spinning fast
And why are you spinning fast?
to give it the pillowage. Spinning out that texture real wide and crazy. And then because the bottom was getting heated up as I was doing that, gotta puff that thing back out again. And now we're right where we want to be. Maybe a little more. Beautiful size, Oliver. One schmack and do the old re-schmack, and I think that'll be beautiful.
And what is this?
This will be the solid, powerful chalice foot of this vessel. It's going to be long and flowing.
Like a decorative skirt. Turn slow.
Yes. And
Have we done this on the live show, one of these?
I think we might have. I think we probably have. But this is a really difficult one to do because you've got this. Let me get one quick heat for security. You've got this really thin upper cup top region, and then you've got Oliver over here wrangling this large mass of hot glass. And you really only have a couple good heats to get this set in place and just have it drop perfectly nice. That was real tight, Oliver.
Well, it's got to be sleek.
The tighter and sleeker it's dropped and presented by the Oliver, the more time and efficiency I'll have in being able to sculpt this connection and pull it down and make it a really elegant shape. This is really a product of collaboration on this one.
And you guys are coming up with a couple good show ideas and some charities in the comments. Keep them coming. I'm writing them down.
Awesome.
I'll share it with the team at the end.
We want the show ideas.
We got an awesome section now established for our show ideas, and we'll load them right in there. I'll show you where they go.
Cool.
And we'll get it going. We got some great stuff coming down the line, folks.
The bold chair is now available for purchase.
I like that. Those could be our YouTube titles. It was a bold chair night.
A little tighter if you got it. I know you got it.
Who wants to guess why the wood is burning?
Good.
The glass is super hot. The wood will char. It will get a layer of soot on it, layer of charcoal on it. They don't last forever. We replace them as needed.
My brain just
Oops,
stopped
Oliver.
working
Leave
there.
them on the beeswax.
I started thinking 3 steps ahead from what I was actually doing, and my brain capped out on the amount that I could think forward. So I dropped off the most recent next step and just left the jacks on the wags.
I watched you run out of RAM in real time, dude. That's
Dude,
crazy.
that was wild.
That's worth it, though. That's one of the nicest foots we've done on these.
That thing's frickin' sweet. We're gonna need to put a clear patty on the bottom.
You will or won't?
We will.
Why?
Because in my opinion, even though it's a thicker foot on the bottom, it's going to be very bottom heavy. It's also a big cup top, and I don't want anybody purchasing their incredible handmade chalice to be nervous or tender about using their piece because they feel it doesn't stand strong enough. So we're going to give it an extra 1/2 inch of diameter on the bottom here.
Yeah, but it's a nice reflection too. That's what I was getting
Do you
at.
want
I
that
like the
as
clear on the bottom.
Do you want that as clear, Jake, or would you like that as Sahara to balance out with your pedestal?
Clear.
I think clear is the move.
Okay.
There's something so reflective and beautiful about clear. It picks up shadows or colors around it and adds like another layer to the piece. One of the things we are known for is the Renaissance style cups have a lot of color in them. But when you add clear bits or handles or the stem is clear, it adds a whole nother layer.
This has also been a new adjustment to the style of feet that has kind of just sprouted out of nowhere in the last few weeks. I really like this when you've got a shorter size like this. I've even done it on a few snifter shapes, where instead of keeping it flush with the angle of the bottom of the foot here, instead of keeping it wider and flowing out like that, we'll squish it out a little bit wider like this. And then we'll do this move. Not too much strength on that paddle.
So we're back to the wood paddle, but also the metal one helps shape it really nice and make it really crisp. That
And
was
then-
one of the words I had on the board.
Nice and crisp.
Crisp. Because I knew how much Jake likes that.
Mom, if you could get like a front-on angle of this, because my favorite part of this, like this way, if they could see how you see the color inlaid into the bottom of the foot right here, and then half the foot's clear and half the foot from above is color. know what I'm talking about?
We see it. We see it. We see it. I saw the whole thing.
And I know we say it every week, but I'm always awestruck by how refreshing it is to come and work at home base here at the Glass Academy.
What do you need?
Sophietta, our amazing
I was also
shop
thinking,
cat.
like, if there's ever a part in this video that you want to see again, it's live now, but we leave it on YouTube, so you can go back, you can freeze frame. If you're a glass blower and you're like, wait, how'd they do that move? You can like zigzag it back and forth a bunch of times and figure it out.
We're out here to educate the people.
Educate the people. We, the people.
It feels good to be an educator.
There's a lighting company I really like, and they overstocked lights. This reminded me of a lamp they sell. And that's what I'm talking, like, you can make something, you think it's going to be the hottest seller, and then no one wants it, and then suddenly you've got overstock of 200 units. Attaching the punny, it will now be in Oliver. He's the one in purple. It will be in
Drop
his
that back
hands.
end of here. Thanks.
And there's a small opening at the top. And they're going to open that up. Hang tight there for a sec. You can see it's pretty thin.
Robin says, wow, that is a stunning piece.
Shouts
Bill's
out,
here.
Robin.
Bill says, I am so happy that I've been catching you guys again. Hello.
Yay!
Thanks. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right over. Good. I heard it.
All right, there's a small hole in the top. The next step is to open this up. You just have to get the glass hot. It gets nice and soft.
I'm gonna get her straightened
The
up real
blades
quick
of
here.
the jacks will be used in a minute. Glass is so cool.
It's hot.
It's hot. Still is hot in Michigan. We had a cold day last week, and I was like, what just happened?
The weekend was so nice for blowing glass.
Sunny. The sun is lower in the sky these days. The leaves are getting crispy. Everyone's having a hard time with the scaffolding over there. Behind the board, you can see their feet.
And I'll remind you guys, if you want to be updated on the progress of the bar, come by the studio, but also become a member. We got great documentation going on of everything that's happening here in the studio, and there is a lot happening.
Yeah, because like, couldn't happen in the slow season. Had to happen when we're like
Yeah, all we do is talk
doing
about
50
it.
things.
Getting it ready, and then all of a sudden...
prepared during the slow season
Yeah, exactly.
to execute during the high octane busy season.
Did anybody notice that we no longer have our furnace back there?
They didn't notice,
How would they notice?
except for maybe
When they looked at it?
I don't leave the space. This
It's
weekend,
right there.
maybe Sharon
Oh.
noticed.
This weekend we loaded, I was thinking of the
John
one that
probably
left
noticed.
the studio to a young lady in Nebraska, drove in. Chris loaded the trailer on for her, and then she was out the door.
So we have both furnaces up in place. And soon enough, we'll have recycled glass back in the studio, folks, and we're riveted about that.
This is really thin, so you can see he doesn't have much working time at all.
I think that's the first time I've seen you go on the outside on one of those.
Just the old Tucker Downer.
Oh, there's that.
Wanted to make the noise for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby.
Just a very sleek shoe.
That's a sleek shoe if I ever
For
saw
a brief moment, that stood right over Oliver's head.
All right, Stamper.
You gonna show him the schmear?
Wait a second. Ah.
We gotta iridize it still one time here. So this whole stem here is gonna be iridescent and go.
I like the little like pink skirt.
Yeah.
Okay, we do have time for the giveaway. It will be a short
Actually, we're
and
going to
sweet
put the
one.
stamp on it first.
All right, so Chris has something here. This is why he's not on the show with us.
Woo!
He made a giant gumball. It is a lampshade for a project. What is it?
I don't want to talk too nicely about this piece right now because it's not in the box yet, but I have a lot of nice things to say.
Are you going to keep this one for you?
No.
You can do that, you know.
I can, but it's hard on the live show, and this many people get to see it made. It's a different story
but
when
they also then understand, like, hey, this was the start of something special. It was so good that he hung on to it.
Let's give it the gold.
And
So-
if we make more,
We had a request for you to explain how this correlates to your shoe now.
And at the finishing explanation,
It's based off of your shoe.
it's based off my shoe. That's right.
Which parts specifically?
Same color, the corkage, the slickness of it, the gold, the bling, the elegance, and the great memories. And show number 284, this piece will be signed, will be a certified.
and Jake doesn't
Great
know
memory.
about the Italian shoes, so he didn't make one of those.
I know you guys all know in the
The only
comments,
thing
nobody
we're
requested
missing
that.
to really
It was
match
me.
this
I
to
wanted
the
know
high
how
school
it was
memory.
His shoe.
A
Is the
broken
collarbone.
collarbone.
Ugh. That was just an
Dag.
awful thing. There's nothing you can do for a collarbone. It's awful.
Yeah, it was really awful.
Except sit around in a bunch of pain.
What?
That's right.
Thanks, Oliver.
On the YT, E Ruiz 313 says, such talented young people.
Woohoo!
Nice
All right,
job
I think-
again to Jake and Oliver.
Yeah, I'm just getting something here, and then I am not. Can we, you want to do housekeeping?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know I already,
Yeah.
I can't talk. I already mentioned it, but we are looking for a charity for proceeds of signature pumpkins to go to a portion of those sales. So if you guys have ideas for those, you can email them to us at enews@glassacademy.com or put them in the chat. Anything you guys have written down, I have written down on my handy dandy clipboard.
Wait, don't show the name yet. You didn't see that. No
Nope,
one
you
saw anything.
nothing. I've got 2 giveaways for this week. First one is our beautiful purple cup that is over there by Jake and Oliver right now.
Can you hold that up a sec? And you
So
still
if you
have-
guys remember, last week was the goblet night, and so we made a cute little tiny goblet for a giveaway. So congratulations to Barbara Pepper.
Yay!
So Barbara, you're going to get an email from Donna on how to receive your giveaway piece. You can either pick it up if you're local, or you can go ahead and have it shipped to you. I keep seeing myself on my screens, and I know that my bun
so
is out of
weird.
control, so just ignore it for a little bit.
Out of control.
Also, our weekly winner right now for Renfest class, our winner for this week is Andrea Siri, is how I'm going to say that. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. So if you're watching, you're going to get an email from us as well. So congratulations to both of our 2 winners. As we've mentioned a couple times, signature pre-order pumpkins are now available. Also, the pumpkin show, our virtual pumpkin show, is September 24th. So mark your calendars for that. We're going to have a lot of cool things going on there. Anything else, Michelle?
Yeah. I would say Jake's going to make the giveaway right now.
Absolutely.
Me?
Yeah.
You're just making all the things tonight.
Oliver's making the pumpkin.
Okay. Oliver's
Pumpkin
making
giveaway.
something.
Oliver has became to the astute assistant class coordinator level here at the Glass Academy.
Is that his
he's
official
now
title?
he is officially the class coordinator at the Glass Academy, and that actually became official about 6 months ago. And
Yeah, and I should
we're
say
actually-
Donna is like the office admin, so Oliver's the lead, Donna does the back end.
That's right. It's definitely a team effort, but per questions of hot shop coordination and class colors and whatnot, Oliver has become the class coordinator. We're going to get an email set up for class coordination as well. But he also has started making some
that-
products. Oh, a little camera action for me?
Is that okay?
Yes. He has been making some products, and as you know, we've got about 25 spec sheets here at the Glass Academy. Pumpkins are one of them that we have a certain size and a certain price point, and we have an outstanding amount of Glass Academy design color patterns and other styles, and some things, you know, are just classic products, and Oliver has begun to make these classic products like the purple pumpkin. And he's done it live with an audience. He's done it at the Ren Fair. And he's done it here at the studio. We're going to do it live on the show here. He's got a beautiful bubble there. What was that, a schmack and a half of purple?
A schmack and a half of purple.
That's the purple.
We love a good perps.
We
One
love the
schmack
perps.
would have been enough, but the extra half was for you.
Thank you very much. And
Not
typically,
to the viewer.
I would argue that one schmack wouldn't be enough. So I don't know what that's all about. Bam. Right into the old 12-pointer. He gave it the super blast, and you guys are coming for the old bird's eye over here. You can notice, in fact, that Oliver is wearing pants, ladies and gentlemen.
It's cool enough.
It's 80 degrees out here in Michigan still, but it is just cool enough for a glassblower to wear pants. That's with a Michigan A, if you couldn't tell.
I'm sorry. Here.
I got it.
Can I get some air?
That was kind of a fun angle.
It was kind of a fun angle. I shouldn't have.
Take it
Slow
easy.
down. Oh, wrangle it, Oliver.
That's looking great. Just tuck that. Use the thick part of the jacks.
Can I get some air from
Give
you?
it an extra yank.
Yeah, choke down on.
Good.
Mary noticed that the garage has moved.
Ah!
So while Oliver
Oh, yeah, Oliver.
messes with that, let me do a quick to the left of the glory hole. The garage is closer. Now we're not running across the shop. What? That makes way more sense, doesn't it?
In the light of education and learning, Oliver, do you know why that one got so floppy on you?
It's too hot.
That's the right answer.
I had it too hot, Jake.
He wrangled the heck out of it, and it became a beautiful shape. He really did do it, but I would argue that you cut it a little close to the pipe.
Yeah.
Same as a pumpkinette, same as, you know, any piece of drinkware. If you cut too close to the pipe, there's no stability to hold the piece on there. So those of you
Jake
guys,
and Matt, move that in.
Dave.
It's not plugged in, but that one over there is.
starting your glass blowing career, finishing your glass blowing career.
There's so many subtle things. That's what we're excited about the video, because the video, we film it live, then you can stop it, do some voiceover, have arrows point and add to what you're talking about. Woohoo! So get ready. These training videos, spread the word in the glass community. We're gonna kill it. We're gonna kill it. Why? Because we're good at it.
That's right. All right,
When I
Oliver.
was taught glass blowing, you did not share any secret. You would not let other people watch what you were doing. You had no disclosure agreement signed
good
from all
looking.
your workers.
Thanks.
But not now, man. We're going to show you all the tricks.
For the
Oliver,
people
it
at
matches
home
you.
who have been watching me blow glass since like the 200th episode when I first started, you've seen me make some pieces and watch me like have a panic attack right in front of your very eyes.
Now they're going to
And
go
this-
back and watch the old shows.
You ready?
Ready. And this one here, when I had to wrangle that, my heart rate didn't even go up.
What?
It just felt good.
I want to mention to you guys one more time the giveaway question. So the giveaway question to win this beautiful purple pumpkin is, what does spicy orange sparkle mean to you? You're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com with your name in it, please, as well. I don't know about you guys, but every time we say spicy orange sparkle, I just think about Etta, because she's spicy and orange.
Totally. 100%.
a shout out too for those of you who have purchased tonight. Thank you very much. We super appreciate you. This is how we make our living, so your sales are important to us.
Nice stem, Oliver.
Shout
And
out to
we-
Ellery because Ellery's been on top of orders tonight. I've been printing them to her and she's been coming and snagging and organizing pre-orders.
Sorry.
So shout out to Ellery working behind the scenes tonight.
Would you look at that, folks? The
Just-
ultimate giveaway here at the Glass Academy. Super power, beautiful stem, beautiful pumpkin, Oliver.
I made it for the people.
That is certified for the people. You can enter to win that pumpkin. Deep purple, gold stem, super power blaster pump.
And you saw it here on the Gathering Point.
You guys know what the deal is. Pumpkins are going to ship out 2 weeks from now, the signature ones.
Unless
You guys
you're a
should
member.
subscribe and share. Drop a comment in there. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what you think. Become a member.
Because you can. And it's super fun.
Any final words, Oliver?
Bye-bye now.
Have a great night, everyone.
Have a good night.